Welcome to Aussie Nomad Destinations. Follow us as we caravan our way around Australia. This is Ed and I'm Bec, and we're finding you the best free and budget camp spots Oz has to offer. Fishing, crabbing and hiking our way through this awesome country. For notifications, click subscribe and hit the bell, and that will keep you up to date.
This week, we found a clifftop walk, based ourselves at Sorell in a self-contained RV stopover, went to the Salamanca Markets, and took a drive up to Mt Wellington, and found a couple of seals at Constitution Dock. On our way down the coast, we took a drive through Triabunna and Orford, and decided to spend 2 nights at Triabunna. I love these little boat huts on the water's edge. There are so many jetties in Orford. The water is so clear you can see everything under the surface. This clifftop walk at Orford, east of Shelley's Beach, has the most amazing rock formations. We found it on wikis. It's only a short walk, 500 metres to maybe 1 kilometre long, and it runs along the front of the houses on the clifftop edge. The next morning, we packed a picnic lunch and headed to Marion's Bay. We try not to do the same road twice.
What kind of parrots?
Swift.
Oh, swift parrots. They must be fast flying, are they?
The first stop was Three Thumbs State Reserve. It's a dirt windy road. Do not bring your trailers. The view is over Maria Island and the Tasman Sea, and there are also a few walks up here you can do.
Hello, cows. You happy? You look happy.
It's a bit of a range and the grass was so green. Any wonder the ice cream's so good. We arrived at Marion Beach. It has a little fishing village feel about it, with a huge boardwalk and a deck to look out over the bay. It's quite a pretty area. We sat on the steps and ate our lunch, and then we headed home. We may have dropped into the servo for an ice cream on the way home.
So we're staying at the Sorell campgrounds, and whilst it's probably not the best campgrounds we've ever stayed at, it's fairly close to a lot of attractions such as Hobart, the Constitution Dock, Mt Wellington and the Salamanca Markets. So it's $15 a night, and it's got a dump point and water tap, and I'll show you a quick look round. So as I said, you can stay for $15 a night, or it's $45 for 5 nights. There's an on-site bin where you fill in your details, put your cash in the envelope and drop your money in, and put the rest of the form on the side of your caravan. So there's a dump point, and then you've got potable water just there to fill up your tanks. There's bins. There's someone coming in and I'm about to get run over. There's a covered barbecue area with the gas barbecue. And here's your little box where you pay. And your little envelopes to fill in and put on your dashboard. There's a book library. There's probably enough room here for 20 odd vans. You're allowed to use your generators. Old mate's got his going over there as we speak. And it's fairly quiet. It's only about 600 metres to town. There's no toilets, no facilities, just your water and your dump point. The sites are all numbered, but you can't book. But anyhow, they're big and they're fairly flat. Well, they're big enough and they're fairly flat. And you can bring your puppy, and the dog park is just there. The toilets are down the road about 600 metres.
There is so much water around Tassie. It's either ocean or fresh water. Oh, look at all the seagulls. Oh, they must be catching fish as they come through. Told you that'd be a good fishing spot. Look at them all. They're not silly.
Guess where we're off to? It is Salamanca Market Day in Hobart, and you're coming with us.
It's about 25 kilometres from Sorell to Hobart. The markets are on every Saturday morning starting at about 8:30 a.m. There's lots of homemade items, as well as distilleries, coffee, cheeses, and street food, and a small amount of produce.
They make them look so good.
And possibly our most favourite scallop pie.
Oh, bloody hell, really refreshing it.
There are also farmers markets on in Hobart during the week. Then we wandered down a side street and found the Tassel shop. What a great find that was. Grabbed a few bags of mince and some offcuts pizzas.
Got your Danish? Yum!
So today we are heading up to Mt Wellington. There's not a cloud in the sky, it's blue, and you can see for miles. And guess what? You're coming with us.
It's a terrible road, possibly the worst we've been on. It's very narrow, windy and bumpy, and it's about 42 kilometres from Sorell.
So we got to the top of Mt Wellington, and I don't think we could have got a better day. There's snow and ice scattered all over the place, and the view is insane.
Well, according to Google, you can walk to the top of Mt Wellington. It takes about 3.5 hours and is 4.7 kilometres long and is considered challenging. That is a big no thanks from us. We will take our perfectly good Ranger. Thanks all the same. When we got up there, it was freezing and super windy. So take all your winter gear and put it on. I went back to the car 3 times for more clothes. It had snowed the day before. The views were insane. So many snowmen. Enjoy. This is a cute one. Remember that movie? E.T. Phone Home. That's what you do. Build a snowman, strap it to the front of your car with a windscreen wiper, and take it home. Enter these two geniuses. Halfway down the hill, we found a picnic table, so we stopped and had some lunch. It's right near the Lost Freight Cafe. You can't miss it. It's where all the cars are parked.
So now we are down at Constitution Dock checking out all the lobster boats because we've been watching them on television.
Constitution Dock is where the Brisbane to Hobart race finishes. It has a great vibe. All the colourful craypot boats are tied up to the jetty. You can walk right along the side of them and stick your nose over the side and have a good look. Ed's just walking along there dreaming about the should have bought a boat thing. There are heaps of restaurants, mainly seafood. And then there's horse and cart happened by. You sit there looking and think to yourself, how much money is tied up in these boats? Everywhere we go, there is just dozens of boats.
That's that red thing I saw this morning.
Oh my gosh, we spotted 2 seals. You have no idea how excited I was.
There's 2 of them.
Then there's this row of floating takeaway shops. Fish and chips, and then an ice cream shop. Now, we've had this ice cream brand before, and let me tell you, don't walk past. Just stop. Life is too short to not have good ice cream. Remember those happy dairy cows? Well, here's the end product, and it is just yum. There is also floating fresh seafood and burgers. And so many old buildings. Hobart is really worth a wander around. There are so many old buildings, it's hard to do this whole state justice. I just can't photograph them all.
So that's us for Sorell. We've spent 3 days here, had a ball exploring Hobart and Mt Wellington, and today we are off to Fortescue Bay, and we'll catch up with you when we get down there.
It's moving day. We could have stayed another couple of days. There are so many things to see. Filling up with water. Emptying the potty. Empty the grey water. Empty the bins, and we're off. Next week we'll be at Fortescue Bay in the Tasman National Park at the Mill Creek campgrounds. Visit some amazing natural ocean caves and catch a horse of a squid. So that's us for this week. Be kind, stay happy, love your life, and we'll see you next Sunday at 6 a.m. Don't forget to hit that like button or leave a comment. We will love you, and then YouTube will love us. See ya!